have it all. I can have it all.
Hi, this is Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And today I'm talking about how to attract your ideal home. You know, first step, and I've done this process 4 different times, and it always amazes me how it shows up. First and foremost is you want to write down exactly what you're looking for. How many bedrooms? Do you want to have it on an acre lot? Do you want to have neighbors behind you, or do you want to have a forest? You know, what do you want in this house? You want it to be one level, upstairs, downstairs. Get really specific on all the different things that you want. Do you want a bath in the master bathroom? So for example, you want to write down every single quality that you want in that house, all the characteristics. You're first going to have to know this anyways if you're going to tell a realtor what to look for, you know, as far as if you're going to work with a realtor, what to look for. So how many bedrooms, how many square feet, around the price range, that kind of thing. So you want to write that all down. And then you want to get really clear. Once this house manifests, because that house already exists right now, you don't even have to do anything. You may build this house, but this house already exists as energy. So as you're connecting with this house is the second step. Connecting with this house, how are you going to feel as you're living in this house? I want to give you an example. It just happened recently with Frederick and I. You know, we spend our winters in Arizona, and we've been renting a house, and we spend our summers in Montreal. And so we've been wanting to purchase a house in Arizona, and we've been looking. You know, we've got specific on the things that we want. With some things we were open, whether it was a ranch style or if it was two floors, but we got very specific on what we wanted. And this, you could tell by when it's time to move on something because the energy is there. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like the right timing. Well, something opened up. We've been looking for about a year, and all of a sudden the energy just said, yes, let's do it. We found this house. Frederick found this house online, and we thought it was perfect for us. It had everything that we wanted. It seemed like the perfect, you know, price, the perfect amount of rooms, everything. And nobody had made an offer on this house for months. So we went ahead and put down our offer, and we were in the process of negotiating with the owners, and they had 24 hours to respond to our offer. At the 11th hour, they had 2 other offers that came in. And so our realtor, who happens to be my best friend from high school, was telling me they all of a sudden got 2 offers, and one is a cash offer. And I immediately told Frederick, I'm like, you know what, if it doesn't come through, if they don't accept our offer and they choose somebody else's, it's not our house. I trust that. That's where the law of detachment came in. You know, I'm attached to the different qualities and characteristics of this house, but whether it be that specific house and that specific timing in that specific location, it was like, that's where I detached. And the next morning, we found out that they took a different offer. So both of us were a little like upset because we started to, you know, get excited about this house. So what I did immediately is I went into my stomach, I went into my emotions, I released any energy I was feeling, whether it was anger, sadness, disappointment. I went in there, shed a couple of tears because I was disappointed, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. That night I went to sleep, and I thought, you know what? I get why that was not my house. That wasn't the area and the location that I wanted. It wasn't the type of builder that I wanted. So the next morning, I remember it was on a Sunday morning, I came up to Frederick and I said, I know where I want to live. I don't know if it's the timing now or if we have to wait another year, but I know the builder, I know the place I want to live. I want to live in this particular area in Arizona. When I'm there, I feel so grounded. I feel so successful. It's like, that's what I want to feel. I want to wake up in the morning and feel like the house I'm living in just feeds me with that feeling of success. And that's what, if these particular houses by this particular builder, I know I'm going to feel that sense. That afternoon, he found a house that was way below market value, that was in that exact area, and we made an offer that night. It was amazing because as we were going through the process, things kept getting better and better. The amount that we were told we had to put down was 25% of the house, became 20. The interest rate we locked in was lower. They were leaving their brand new refrigerator and their washer and dryer. It was like everything just kept getting better and better. So because we were buying this off the internet, I went into Arizona, and I was going to see the house, and something hit me. It was amazing. Every time when we were in Arizona for the past couple years and I saw this particular gate and this particular development, I would say, I want to live there. That's the kind of house I want. I see myself in there, and I would feel what it would feel like to live in those type of houses, how successful I would feel, how luxurious it would feel. I kept telling myself that every time. I'd love to pull up to the gate and put in the PIN code and have the gate open. As I was driving there, my dad was actually in the front seat, my mom in the back seat. As he was putting in the code to go in, I looked and I'm like, this is the exact development. This is the place that I kept saying, I want to live in there. I want to live in there. So when you put out the intention of what type of house you want to live in, and you write down all the characteristics and all the qualities, and you feel what it would feel like. For me, it was like, success and luxury and just so much beauty. And that was the essence. And I knew that was possible. I knew it was possible. And it didn't have to be today, it didn't have to be next month. But I knew that someday that would be a reality for us. The universe completely conspired so much that it brought in other buyers for that other house, because that wasn't our house. That wasn't where I wanted to live, and I probably wouldn't have been as satisfied and happy had I lived there, as opposed to living by these mountains that I now have views from my bedroom and from my living room. I have these gorgeous mountain views. So my point to all this is get clear on what you want, get into the feeling sense of how you're going to feel when that house that you want becomes a reality and you're living in it. And believe and expect it to happen. Feel yourself, but visualize yourself already living in that house, doing the things that you would do, and just allow yourself to receive it. Thank you so much. Let me know how this information has impacted you, and have an awesome week. So as always, the best discussions happen after the episode at ChristyWhitman.com, where you can join my community, which I call my family. You'll receive free teleseminars, webinars, ebooks, videos, and much more just by being part of the community. Did you like this video? Then subscribe and share it with everybody you know. Check out these other related videos to help you get inspired and informed.